Good morning. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. Cold, quiet, comforting. I guess, I don't know. A quick thought about something that's very profound, and that is free will and God's omnipotence. How do they mesh? How can they go together? How can God be all-knowing and yet we have free will? I mean, he either knew that we were going to become a child of his before we existed, or he didn't and we made a choice. It just doesn't seem to make sense, right? We look at free will up against God's omnipotence, and we look at it in terms of time. For us, time is linear. Time is finite. For us, there was a beginning, there's a middle, and an end, a past, present, and future. God has always existed. We know that there is eternity. There is no beginning, there is no end. Therefore, we have a faulty view of God, his omnipotence, and our free will by using time in the equation. In reality, there is no time. There's only one moment, and that is now. As you know, the Bible says 1,000 years is a minute is 1,000 years, something to that effect. The Bible also says now is the time for salvation. So stay with me here. When it comes to our free will and God's omnipotence, they're one and the same when it comes to time. They're both happening now. Not happened, not going to happen, happening. There's only one moment, and that is right now. God chose us, we chose him at the same time, have a moment where we realize we need God, and we understand and realize what his son did for us on the cross. So we give our hearts to him. At the same time, God chooses us. They're both one and the same. It's all part of the same amazing plan that he set forth. And even when we think of him setting forth a plan, we're thinking of it as in a moment in time. It's all right now. It's all happening right now. It's the here and now. This is a very deep and difficult way of looking at it. But that is the answer to how and why God could be omnipotent while giving us free will at the same time. Because time does not exist in this equation, and so it all happens at once. Hi, could I have a medium black coffee, please? It's kind of like when you were young and single and you were at a New Year's Eve party or a gathering of some sort, and you saw that woman, you saw that man across the room, your eyes met, and instantaneously thought, that's my husband, that's my wife. I'm going to be with that person. And the person thought the same thing. You know, the love at first sight concept, that's what it is for us and God. It's love at first sight. God saw us, he desired us, chose us, we see him, we desire him, we choose him. They both happen at the same time, instantaneously, because there is no time, past, present, future. There's only now. So now is the time of salvation. All right, bye-bye. God's omnipotence and our free will, they can and do exist together. You just have to realize time is not part of the equation. They're both happening in one moment, and that moment is right now. Have a good day. A quick PS on my earlier thought. So what is time? Why do we experience time? Because God placed time into our reality. Because he doesn't want it to be over just like that for us. He doesn't want us to decide, I don't want you, God, and move on, and then that's it. God gives us time to make a decision. Though there's no other time than right now, time exists so we can, hopefully, turn away from our wicked ways and find God. Otherwise, what could happen is we end up without God for eternity. And of course, that is not something we want.